Something is happening in Philadelphia that most fans haven't fully noticed yet. Right after a season opener filled with highs and lows, almost like a quiet signal, the Eagles made a move that at first looked small, but could carry explosive potential. A player who had stood out in the preseason just received an unexpected call to the active roster. And the simple fact that the team opened up this spot right now, in the middle of the season, is enough to raise questions. Because when a roster spot opens like this, it usually means the front office already knows what's coming next. Every fan understands a roster spot on the 53-man squad isn't a gift. It's earned. Every practice, every rep, every opportunity counts. And with key players already dealing with injuries or struggling to find rhythm, every single spot matters. So why open up space now? Why promote someone who seemed to be out of the immediate rotation? The answer to that could completely change how we see what's coming. When Howie Roseman makes this kind of strategic adjustment, it's never random. It usually signals a move in the shadows, something that's already in motion but hasn't reached the spotlight yet. It could be insurance for injury. It could be a quiet setup for a bigger deal. Or it could be a tactical shift the coaching staff has already planned. Whatever the case, this is the type of move that sets the fan base on high alert. And that's exactly what happened. Bird Gang immediately started buzzing, who's out? Who's in? And more importantly, why now? Because history tells us, when Roseman clears a path, it's usually the setup for something bigger. So let's get to the name. The player called up wasn't just anyone. He was one of the true standouts of preseason, the kind of guy you could see playing with intensity, hunger, and presence. While others faded into the background, he stood out. Now, instead of just training or waiting, he's in the room. He's sitting with the 53, waiting for his chance to hit the field. That player is Patrick Johnson, an edge rusher promoted from the practice squad to the active roster. Johnson wasn't active for the opener against the Cowboys, but this move puts him directly in the mix. Alongside his call-up, the Eagles shuffled more pieces. Running back Montrell Johnson and offensive lineman Holland Pierce were re-signed to the practice squad, while wide receiver Elijah Cooks was released. Small adjustments on the surface, but every single one intentional. This isn't just about giving a guy a chance. This is about opening the door to opportunity, about preparing the roster for the battles ahead. With the health of the trenches always a concern, adding depth at edge rusher could become critical sooner than later. And when Johnson steps onto that field, it could be the beginning of something bigger than anyone expected. And that's why this move matters. Because in Philadelphia, nothing is random. Every roster shift is calculated. Every opening is strategic. So here's the question for you, Bird Gang. Is this call-up simply insurance? A precaution in case of injury? Or are we looking at the rise of a new impact player? A guy who could actually leave his mark on this defense? Fly, Eagles. Fly. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button and subscribe. Because in Philly, the signs are always clear. When a spot opens, it's never by accident. And the next big move could be closer than you think.